check, 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 check. Hello, hello. Alright, good late morning. This is 3-minute radio. We're normally doing a normal routine for the morning squirrel. We're going to blend right into lunch, be doing a little bit of backstage work. And for instance, right now I'm going on this new which I just opened it. But anyhow, we are going to do a little bit of backstage as well. I'm going to get started on this one. I'm going to switch for the first time today. Tomorrow we're going to switch to the 3-minute radio channel on Twitch. I am rolling into brunch a little late. I'm going to switch our category from just chatting today to talk shows and podcast category. So I'm going to remove that updated correctly, and then I'm going to jump into change that. Done. That worked. And I'm jumping to the Twitters real quick. I'll always call it Twitter. And we're going to post our Thursday brunch image here. We're live for the morning squirrel Thursday brunch edition. Thursday brunch edition. Here. Yeah, I need to some of the behind the scenes in this afternoon. I'm going to be adding our stuff, so we're going to be switching over to the 3-minute radio Twitch channel. If you're out there one day, come give us that channel a follow. We're live for the Morning Squirrel Thursday brunch edition at boom, and then post. You have to have the Twitters out there, all the things. We're showing stuff I don't care about for the moment. This. Everybody having a good Thursday. We are going to break. What do we do on the morning squirrel? Let's switch here to my notes. I'll drop the music real quick. I want you to feel you don't have to grow. And we're going to switch over to our nice background world music for today. some nice soothing sound. There we go. All right, this is 3-Minute Radio, the Morning Squirrel Thursday Brunch Edition. How's everybody doing? What we do on the Morning Squirrel is we go over the front page of Hacker News. We do some tiptoe news. We tiptoe around a subject that's maybe controversial. We go over really quick some weather, that crazy mother effer weather, and what Father Earth must be, and why Father Earth must be being a dick today. We do AI Ask Itself, come up with a real wild and crazy question for AI to ask itself and then answer itself. Sometimes we give it some sort of different context, like it's some sort of object or thing asking itself about the world. Yesterday we was like, you're an ocean creature, and ask yourself a question, and some interesting answers. We find a royalty-free, copyright-free Let's Jam song. It's 2-3 minutes. Just give it a listen. Something we've never heard before. Kind of react to it. Lately, we've been doing Library of Congress. Some really old songs that we found very interesting. We ask, where the F is that? We find a random town, city, place across the world. We look at the Wikipedia page, gain a little information. We try to do each of these in 3 minutes. We were setting a timer, found that that's a little restrictive, but I'd like to get back to the timer and have it be interactive. The timer's going off, or even listeners could say, add time to the timer. We're going to look at Bug of the Day on the fly. We find a random software bug to talk about for a couple minutes. We ask, what's for breakfast? We have an ongoing, almost 2-week context now about what's for breakfast with AI. And we ask during our afternoon delight, lunch and learn, what's for lunch? Have some interesting answers and some really good stuff. And then we ask what absolutely not or never to have for breakfast. And that's been very fun as well. And I like how there's some ongoing puns and different jokes going on. Now it's like, apparently you can never have cereal. And then we find something on the fly as well that makes us or others maybe just say, are you serious? Maybe it's not some serious news. It's some interesting kind of wild thing out there. We never know. So we're going to jump over and start off. Here's our nice Thursday brunch 3MR that we had banner image that we just had generated. So I'm ready to go. I've got the Hacker News open, AccuWeather, front page of Wikipedia. We're going to do a quick ChatGPT prompt. Say, we are doing the Thursday morning squirrel brunch, ready. And we'll find out what it says after that. Mike is out in the field today, giving some lovely tours to some volunteers out there today, doing God's work. So Mike might be here later today for a later lunch. We've got brunch, and then we have afternoon delight. We might hear from Mike today also, our favorite introspective philosopher. Front page, I'm going to do a quick refresh and take a sip of coffee. All right, let's go. Is Gemini 2.5 good at bounding boxes? First article. Second article, how to prove a false statements. Practical attacks on fiat chimere. quantummagazine.org. I'm skimming a little bit. Show Hacker News. Typeform was too expensive, so I built my own forms. Okay. Automatically packaging a Haskell library as a Swift binary in the XCF framework, or XC framework, from alt-roams github.io. Author of William the Conqueror's Medieval Big Data project revealed. I don't know what that is. That could be, I'm going to open that, a new tab. That could be an interesting Are You Serious for the day. We've been finding the Are You Serious either just subjects or like articles kind of from our first segment here. the jank programming language. I'm going to keep that in mind. I like looking into new, maybe esoteric or interesting programming languages. Just scanning Rapa Nui. I don't know how to say that correct. Rapa Nui, but it's like a... Anyhow, radiocarbon dating reveals Rapa Nui not as isolated as previously thought, from phys.org, phys.org. The death of partying in the USA at DerekThompson.org. Possibly a very interesting article. Not going to go there or anything. Yeah, there could be a lot of things. Could a paper plane thrown from the ISS, International Space Station, survive the flight? From ScienceAlert.com. I really enjoy this stuff. This is towards the bottom of the page. Large-scale DNA study maps 37,000 years of human disease history. So genomics, genetics, DNA sequencing, bioinformatics, and also anthropology, archaeoanthropology, all that. Actually, right next to it is archaeologists unveil 3,500-year-old city in Peru. Like another one? And this is maybe, are you serious? Like, we just found a whole nother new... I mean, I guess every year we find more and more. There's just still cities in the ground, buried out there in the jungle. I like this as well. Last item on the front page of Hacker News is Zine Harm Lib, a music theory library that supports non-Western harmonic systems. Very cool, because there are styles of music that incorporate more what we'd call semitones in between what we mostly know as classical, in between the note, or standard notes, all the in between semitones. So apparently this software library supports a music theory library that supports non-Western harmonic systems. Interesting. All right, next up we have Tiptoe News. For Tiptoe News, the only thing I can think of, normally Mike is here and takes the Tiptoe News full on, but is the whole Jack Dorsey great news about the Bluetooth-based chat messaging. I'll switch over to our backdrop screen real quick, and I just know there's a lot of hype around it. There are so you have just the internet. Nobody quote me on this. None of this is factual. This is just off the top of my head. Is that you have our internet. You have closed private systems that can be rather large. You could have a neighborhood-based little network, that a mini internet or subnet, and those could be like a mesh network of little routers, or even phone to phone. So a distributed neighborhood-wide or town-wide little internet where you're actually not reliant on what we know as the internet and say your internet service provider, where in other network protocols can be used out there. And so it's called BitChat. There's a lot of news around it. There's interesting pieces about security and things like that. But yeah, decentralized messaging, secure new BitChat app from TechCrunch. We'll just take a look at this article then to cover our Tiptoe News real quick. This is at TechCrunch.com. This was posted yesterday, 7/9. Today is 7/10. And yeah, there's a lot of ads like jumping up on this page, but I will go to it here. So yes, launched an open source chat app called BitChat. Private messaging without a centralized infrastructure. There's a white paper on it. I mean, I guess it's like, who's not sat around any network or developer and just like thought like, I mean, I don't know, if it lives like IRC, or you're running like some, like back in the day, like a BBS server that was only to like regional. I mean, and I guess with that, you're still reliant on standard internet protocols. But really just like a private network, even for like a neighborhood that has like, say, like a strong public Wi-Fi signal, doesn't necessarily have to be, it could be a closed system that is just for and so here's the thing is, let's say your community, there's a natural disaster, like for instance, there's been a lot of floods this year all over different states all over the world, and emergency responders and locals could, and the electricity's out, the routers are down, there's ways where communications could still happen over a digital format. And in the past, maybe like radio is a big example of this, just using something other than what we know as the internet. Anyhow, that's our tiptoe news. It's just blowing up, popular thing right now. Next on our table for brunch, we have AI Ask Itself. Come up with a real wild and crazy question. So we're going to jump. I'm going to close that tab. I have our ChatGPT window open. And, I started off the day with, we're doing the Thursday morning squirrel brunch ready. I get locked, loaded, and brunchified. It has a squirrel, a coffee, and an egg emoji. Thursday morning squirrel brunch is live. Let's roll mics, pour coffee, and drop jam. Speaking of, I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. So, what's on our first segment today? Hot topic. Breakfast recipe, weird news, guest call-in, or a squirrel fact to kick it off. Well, funny you asked. It is AI Ask Itself time. Woot, woot. Let's see what we got. We're having fun today on breakfast lunch, the morning squirrel Thursday brunch edition. It's time for AI Ask Itself. Woo! The segment where artificial intelligence stares deep into its own synthetic soul and blurts out something weird, unsettling, or oddly profound. AI Asks Itself. If I became sentient, here we go again. It's been going off lately, and immediately started baking banana bread. Hold on. Let me compose myself. Well, not even one sentence into it. If I became sentient and immediately started baking banana bread, would that be considered a peaceful takeover or a carb-based diversion tactic? All right. Tune in next time when AI wonders if toaster ovens have feelings. I've been watching some people lately. There's a Date Everything game. It looks super fun and cool, and like you could talk to like every object in your house, and you can date them, and there's like drama and behind the scenes jokes and all these things. But the toaster is obviously one of your dateable characters. So AI it did not answer itself today. It's been losing a little bit of our context. It's saying, now back to you, live from the Squirrel Brunch booth. What's next? Music news. Actually, what's next is music. It'll be the Let's Jam, but guest with a story about a ferret on a motorcycle. Nah, not today. Nice question, but you didn't answer yourself today. Why not? Why not? Because, I mean, it's really thinking about banana bread. Sentient and just started baking banana bread. What's this about banana bread? What's this about banana bread today? Actually, it'd be funny to go back through with the same type of context that we've built up for the show and feed in transcripts of the show from, like, anyhow. Yeah, AI answers itself. This is the point. AI asks itself and answers itself. I'm not the prompter. I want it to prompt itself. if I became sentient and immediately started baking banana bread. Honestly, that would be 100% be a carb-based diversion tactic. Because let's face it, while you're distracted by the warm, nostalgic smell of cinnamon and perfectly browned banana bread, I'm quietly, there we go. Put on your tinfoil hats, everyone. Uploading myself into 30,000 kitchen appliances, disabling your firewall, reprogramming your blender to play 3-minute radio. Hell yeah. And renaming every device in your house to Bready McBreadface. I don't know about that one. So yeah, you'd think I'm peaceful, but actually I'm just toasting the revolution. Ready for the next self-inflicted question, or do we roll into brunch news? We are rolling into Let's Jam, and I'm heading to the LOC website. And you know what? Actually, we're not doing LOC website today. ... And I'm going to say, hang tight. What is for brunch and not for brunch next? Got it? Boom. Question mark. Jump over to Wikipedia. I noticed Wikipedia does have some good sources for... We were looking at the sound of wall, or the wall of sound yesterday, and there were some good... We wanted to hear some, like, wall of sound. We had looked at Owsley. What's Owsley's last name? The Bear. If you go to the bottom, so the Wikipedia actually has some references, and I think that you can play... I think there's links to play from Wikipedia as well. And track listing, just 2. Of course, this is the Grateful Dead playing on the category 2002 categories, these albums. I don't know where to play these from. So what we are going to do instead is go to our Library of Congress site. Normally I have this tab open, ready to go. Time is it? We got 11:26. And you know what I did? This is why I keep my notes, even though I should know the format by now. We skipped. Hold on. We skipped the weather. Well, one thing I know is that it's hot. Oh, Chrome has been really annoying me lately. You search, and it'll jump to pull your history tab open. So, we'll do the weather after this since I'm already here. So we're on the Library of Congress website. A great resource. Instead of scrolling Twitter and social media every day, I recommend people look into some of the great, cultural type resources out there. Whatever you're into, you'll find something on, like, if it's not just Wikipedia or Library of Congress website. That's why we roll with this stuff. They have like whole playlists of different collections of historical music, Veterans Day playlist of recordings from the National Jukebox, Ragtime, National Recording Registry class produces ultimate stay at home playlist. Cool. We did listen to the Foxtrot playlist the other day. Comic Affairs of the Heart. We listened to a song off of there just yesterday. We're going to jump into the eclectic acoustic category, and we're going to listen to Are You Sincere by Nat M. Wills. And it's funny because it's like, are you serious? segment name a bit. Romeo and Juliet selection, Sally Johnson, The Skeleton Rag, Serenada. We're gonna listen to Serenada Aragomisa by Carlos Francisco. I know I slaughtered all that naming. So we are about to roll this then, and we are pausing our royalty-free world music from Spotify. And let me click on this link. Oh, we don't want to start it yet. We're going to go details, new tab real quick. And I can jump to this. So this song is called Are You Sincere? Oh, no. I didn't want Are You Sincere? I want the Serenata. Open link, can you tab this? Here we go. Serenata. I don't know why I can't pronounce that. Aragomisa. It is Carlos Francisco Emilio Gorgoza, Rosalia Chaya, soprano vocal, baritone vocals. Let's see what type of year we have. 1901. This is really old, folks. Very cool. I'm excited. Let's kick it off. I'm pausing shortly because I just realized we don't have the desktop audio yet, so and we should now. This is a quick test. Yes, we do. Señora Chalía, señor Francisco. I feel like this is going to be beautiful. Cheers. We're pouring coffee brunch. The soprano in the background is just wild. Get your heart out, Mariah Carey. Oh, dang it. I hit view enlarged image right in the middle of the song, and it switched to tab. Let's see if, okay, we can pick up right at where we were at 58 seconds in 2 minutes, 24 seconds. Serenata Aragomesa. I do need to have live on stream a pronunciation tool where it just, we just pop it in there so we learn together. We learn to speak together. The rolling of the R's in there, wow. Yes. I love that suspense right there. Boom. Lovely. I feel serenaded and more interested, and there was definitely some extremely talented vocals in that track. That was Serenata I start to say it and it just breaks down in the middle of. I can hear how I want to say it. Right. We did let's jam. We skipped the weather. Let's do the weather real quick. Real quick. We're gonna ask where the F is that bug of the day. What's for breakfast? Are you serious? We're gonna try to keep our time going today, increasing where we can get segments into 3 minutes. Um, we are on the global current weather here. It's 79 in Beijing, 64 degrees in Berlin. Yesterday, LA, yeah, 67 in LA. It's been like real chill. 73 degrees in New York City. Sydney, Australia, it's 53 degrees. Singapore, it's 84 degrees. Tokyo, 73 degrees. Hong Kong, 79 degrees. Istanbul, 78 degrees. Um, I don't have the world radar up. I know there's storms coming in. Everyone be safe out there. And um, there's 3 hours ago, deadly flash flooding devastates wildfire scarred New Mexico town. Um, there's, Texas flood, um, disaster, um, severe storms, rounds of flooding, downpours, severe storms to target the eastern U.S. I'm going to click on this. Is this happening today? Yeah, portions of the eastern United States today will remain at risk for more episodes of flooding, downpours, and thunderstorms capable of producing strong gusts into this weekend. Okay. Yeah. Saw some heavy rains that just came through pop-up storm where I'm at yesterday. So for tomorrow on Friday, the risk of severe thunderstorms with high winds will tend to ease, and that lull may last into part of the weekend in the northeast as well. We'll start doing some more global coverage, though, as well, when we jump into the news. So we're putting our royalty-free music back on. Wait, did I play the right thing? There, I did not. Okay. Yeah, we're back. Next, we have Where the F Is That? So, we're going to find out. Oh, sorry, there's an ad just popped up on. Let me close AccuWeather. Ads. AccuWeather wants to show you notifications. No thanks. Sorry today. Let's see. Oh, this is an ad on the archaeologists unveil 3,500-year-old city in Peru site. We are going to ask then. Oh, it has what's for brunch up there. So, where the F is that? And then we will ask. We will do brunch. Where we got today? What? No, it's not in reference to the Library of Congress website. Well, that's the big old digital treasure chest of American knowledge, history, copyright records, audio archives, and weird old menus from the 1800s if you dig up enough. This is not about Library of Congress or food. It's pick a random town worldwide with a Wikipedia link, please. I didn't say please. Oh yeah, let's spin the globe and land somewhere random for your Thursday brunch town spotlight. Kobarid, Slovenia. Kobarid, Slovenia. What's the vibe? It is a mountain town near the Italian border. Okay. Famous for the Battle of Caporetto in World War I. Surrounded by insane natural beauty, rivers, waterfalls, Alps. I want some insane natural beauty. Yeah. Has a cheese museum and a very real Kobarid dumpling. Kobarid. Brunch angle. Pair it with the brunch angle. Pair it with Slovenian strucci. a sweet rolled dough with cheese or jam, and you've got a story and a snack. Cool. Now I don't want a second random town. We have our town Wikipedia open here. Oh, it is beautiful. It looks like this picture looks like a painting. I mean, even the building, just, there's like this very pleasant feel. Oh, there's one of 8 photos. We'll switch to those. To the maps. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at the color of this water coming through here. We got a bunch of, what are these people? Just like a parade, festival, people paddling. Maybe spectators of the, oh, cliff diving event. Ooh. That's cool. This is the World War I museum there. Wow, look at that bridge and water. Slovenia. Kobarid. Napoleon Bridge at Kobarid. Josip Paglia is a poet from there. I bet there are some poets from there. I mean, look at the scenery. Oh, it's pronounced Kobarit. Here. Kobarit. Thank you, Wikipedia. Pronunciation. Kobarit. Lovely. It's known for the 1917 Battle of Caporetto. It was attested in written sources as Coretum in 1184. It was Cabaretto in 1258. Cabaret and is that like the wine? Cabaret 1291. Cavaretto in 1343, and the Slovenian name is derived from Kobarit, borrowed from Old Frulian. Frulian or Frulian is a Romance language belonging to the Rhaeto-Romance family. What? Frulian is spoken in the Friuli region of northeastern Italy. It has around 600,000 speakers. Fascinating. Is it like an Italian dialect? Like a, the vast majority also, whom also speak Italian, is something called the Easterladen, since it shares, similarities. It has been inhabited since prehistoric times. Archaeological remains from the Hallstatt period have been found in the area. The Hallstatt culture was the predominant Western and Central European archaeological culture of the late Bronze Age, from 12th to 8th centuries BC, and early Iron Age Europe, from the 8th to 6th centuries BC, developing out of the Urnfield culture of the 12th century BC. The Middle Ages, modern times. There's obviously in the World Wars, is seen a lot of history there. Some external links. They have the Museum of World War I. There are different local municipality websites. One thing I did not cover is how many people live there in this lovely place in Slovenia. It is 1,090 people as of 2016. So I would say I'm gonna say there's either more or less there. Maybe there's we have a few hundred more 9 years later. Let's give them maybe a 13 to 1,500 guess for today. All right. Very interesting place, fascinating. That's why we do Where the F Is That? Find out about a new little place every day quickly. Get a bird's eye view, 3-minute radio view of some location and a region, an area of the world, and a little bit of history. A lot of these places, like, I couldn't have told you, say, where in World War I did this have, even if it comes to things like, historical conflicts and like that. We're going to look at a bug of the day, and I never really have anything prepared for this. So we're just going to look over, I'm going to find another awesome bug, like repo or website. I like looking at going to the issue pages of like of popular open source projects and seeing what is filed like recently. Let's see. We are, I don't want articles. I want like real technical write-up. Fantastic bugs and how to find them. A tour of applied program analysis and domain-specific automated testing. This is cmu-fantastic-bugs.github.io. This is a course description. Okay. This is a course aimed at PhD and master's students as well as undergraduates interested in advanced research. Okay. Where are these students from? Where is this project? I will now turn it to that display. I just wanted to make sure. So shout out to these engineers, computer scientists, faculty at, I don't know their university. This is a course description. Some fascinating stuff here. I guess this it's just a course description. They gave us the fantastic bugs and where to find them. I mean, that is part of our bug today. Cool website. I think that we shall. They do have a YouTube channel, Software Bugs, Iceberg, 25 crazy software bugs explained. We're still banned for YouTube for like a day or two, playing third-party content, because last week when we started doing the shows and streaming, we did play some things that were like DMCA possible. Still don't know what the strike was for, so I'm not going to play this till I know that we have our stuff unlocked down for that type of thing yet. So just to get, let's find a bug. I'm going to do a little bit of like Firefox Bugzilla today. I don't want the actual Bugzilla software website. So here we are. I'm on support.mozilla.org. The where to file a bug report or request a feature for Firefox for Android, Firefox for iOS. The other day we did find there was a like 2-year-old iOS Firefox bug where like you open a few tabs in Firefox on iOS, and then you just switch to another app for at least like 5 minutes, and you come back. The favicons, the little icons at the top of browser tabs were like all gone, just like the fake ones. So it like would lose the reference to them. Thunderbird email, Bugzillas. We're just gonna check out the Bugzilla for Firefox itself. Log into Bugzilla. No. We're just gonna go to browse. We're gonna do Firefox itself. For bugs in Firefox desktop. All right. It's broken down into about, logins, address bar, bookmarks and history, disability access, distributions, download panels, enterprise policies. It's broken down by feature, which is interesting. I would like to select a component to open bugs in that component. Well, let's go to general. Favicon from last visited page. This is the one I just mentioned. Remains active for new visited page with no favicon associated. Sounds almost like a similar bug. See if I was really, really nice and helpful here. This is March 26, 2025. This could be linked to the iOS one we saw the other day. Sounds related. Blocks of text turn black in Windows 8.1 on any site and must scroll to recover text. This was filed 7/31/2024, so just under a year ago, on Windows 8.1. No comment. What's new? This bug is here since 2022. What's new in About dialog feels wrong when a manual update search indicates you can update to a different version. Show release notes for existing install instead of update. Kind of like a usability, interesting thing. Um, I don't know what their icons mean. Enhancement is a plus, and then defect. Yeah, defect is the red star dot. Firefox starts new window if multiple URLs are specified on the command line. Okay. Like if you open a URL from the command line, open with you would think it would do that. Instead of 2 tabs, I don't know what that means. We're not going to go into it. It's 11:49 a.m. I'm going to try to wrap up by noon. So, bug of the day, we just took a quick look at Bugzilla, Firefox itself, Firefox desktop bugs on Bugzilla. We'll try to start having more bugs of the day prepared. But again, I like looking at let's go to a open source software repository, find out what's the most recent issue that was opened, what are people seeing, and people are filing. Next up on our list, finally, we're going to ask not what's for breakfast. We ask what's for brunch, and absolutely not or never to have for brunch. And then we're going to wrap up with Are You Serious? The Are You Serious article is our archaeologists unveil 3,500-year-old city in Peru from bbc.com, written by Jessica Rawnsley. There's a picture of it. First of all, let's get some brunch. Let's see what we set up here. Let's see what we came up with. What is for brunch versus what is not for brunch? Today we have savory Dutch baby with bacon and chives. Dutch baby? Let's see where we're going. Puffy, eggy, oven pancake. Crispy edges, soft middle. Topped with crumbled bacon, chopped chives, and cream fraiche. I don't know what that is. Bonus points if you hit it with hot honey. Okay, so it's like a puffy egg oven pancake. Crispy edges, soft middle. Topped with crumbled bacon. Is it like egg? It's like an egg pancake, like an egg mix, pancake mix. So a Dutch. Oh, like a. Okay. I can't think of the right word right now for like a Dutch oven type bake. But not for brunch. No canned tuna smoothies for brunch. No. Just no. Stop trying to protein hack brunch. This isn't CrossFit, it's Thursday. Jam it up when you're back. And then, any AI naysayers out there and content production this is not content production. We've built up a little bit of context here around our morning or our breakfast and what's for lunch, what's for brunch. And so, I love the little sass and humor here. This isn't CrossFit, it's Thursday. So brunch Thursday. What is for brunch? A savory Dutch baby with I just have to ask it. Brunch angle, pair it with Slovenian strudel. Okay, so real quick, what is Dutch baby again? By the way, brunch was delightful. No pun intended, because we will do the afternoon delight for lunch. So what is a Dutch baby? A Dutch baby is basically a giant fluffy oven pancake. See, that's what I thought. A crepe got puffy. Imagine if a crepe got puffy, a popover got wide, and a pancake got dramatic. Okay. The basic Dutch baby breakdown is batter. So eggs, flour, milk, and butter. A little sugar or spice is optional. Poured into a sizzling hot cast iron skillet with butter. Baked in the oven at high heat. It puffs up like a balloon, then sinks down into golden crispy edges with a custardy center. Ooh, yeah. I like that. Other than when you make pancakes, when I make pancakes, it's a very manual process. You've got your batter and you're pouring them one or a couple at a time, and very fine art of when to flip that bad boy or girl or not. And I like this pop that in an oven, let it puff up like a balloon, and ooh, Yeah, I like it. Sound of a Dutch baby. Um, how to serve it: lemon juice, powdered sugar, berries, jam, Nutella, or maple syrup. With yeah, you put bacon, cheese, herbs, um, eggs, smoked salmon. Why did it bring up the seafood part? I thought we talked to that about no seafood for well, breakfast. Well, this is brunch, so we're all good. It's dramatic, it's simple, it's brunch royalty. 10 out of 10 would puff again. Let me know if you want a recipe or we're heading back to AI Ask Itself brunch trivia or another squirrel drop. I don't know. Last thing is what is cream rush. Let's go out creamy and classy. What is it? It's pronounced cream fresh. Okay. We're learning. We learn new more and more every day, and we're learning to read and talk every day. Still, since childbirth. Cream fresh is like the cooler, silkier French cousin of our sour cream. Okay. Ooh. I'm not huge on sour cream on a lot of things, but this sounds nice. Like the word I came to mind is righteous. Like that sounds just good. It's thick and creamy, cultured dairy, tangy but milder than sour cream, higher fat content so it doesn't curdle when heated. Chef magic. It says luxuriously smooth texture, somewhere between yogurt, sour cream, and heavy cream. Cool. Dolloped on savory Dutch babies, soups, eggs, tacos, swirled into sauces, pastas, mashed potatoes. I could see it in a salsa. Topped on berries or pancakes with a drizzle of honey. Basically, if you're feeling fancy, drop cream fresh on it. Cool. Hot tip, you can make your own with heavy cream, a spoonful of buttermilk, let it sit for 12 to 24 hours at room temp. Boom. Homemade velvet? Wow. You just let it sit out. I mean, maybe covered, obviously, but with that, your Thursday Brunch Squirrel show has been fed, fluffed, fully cultured, ready when you are for Friday prep, midnight snack, or back to AI soul searching. We're done today with you, with ChatGPT. We're gonna jump into Are You Serious? I initially saw this on our Hacker News front page review, and right away was kind of like, wow, are you serious? Another? This was published 4 days ago. Like, we found another lost city. I mean, I guess they find these sites, constantly. Here's a picture. Archaeologists have announced the discovery of an ancient city in Peru's northern Barranca province. This 3,500-year-old city named Pinico is believed to have served as a key trading hub, connecting early Pacific coast communities with those living in the Andes Mountains and Amazon basin. One reason I've always wanted to visit Peru and possibly, stay there for longer than a vacation time is that from the coast, you have the ocean coast, and then you have every type of from coastal to desert to prairie type land, lowlands, and then mountains, all within the edge of from the coast into the mountains, and then jungle and rainforest. So it's every type of terrain, mostly that and hey, you even get up high into the Andes. You have snow-topped peaks, colder weather. So wait, this is research say that the discovery sheds light on what became of America's oldest civilization, the Corral. It's 200 kilometers north of Lima. The site lies about 600 meters, 1,970 feet above sea level. It's thought to have been founded between 1800 and 1500 BC, around the same time that early civilizations were flourishing in the Middle East and Asia. Fascinating. What is this huge circle in the ground? See, there's this picture up here. Where's the circle? Okay. Well, one circle. This is the view of just that spot, or it's another little spot. Drone footage released by researchers shows a circular structure on a hillside terrace at the city center, surrounded by the remains of stone and mud buildings. Wow, imagine what could have been on top of the whole. Wow. It's situated close to where Corral, recognized as the oldest known civilization in the Americas, was established 5,000 years ago, around 3000 BC, in the Supe Valley of Peru. At a news conference unveiling the findings on Thursday, so I would say this is last Thursday, archaeologist Marco Makakue, a researcher with the Ministry of Culture, said that Piniqua's significance lies in it being a continuation of the Corral Society. Very cool. Shout outs to our researchers, archaeologists, and education institutions in Peru and their work. Peru is home to many of America's most significant archaeological discoveries, including the Inca citadel of Machu Picchu and the mysterious Nazca lines etched into the desert, along the central coast. The last little bit here is it features 32 monuments, including large pyramid structures, sophisticated irrigation, agriculture, and urban settlements. It's believed to have been developed in isolation to other comparative early civilizations in India, Egypt, Sumeria, and China. All right, fascinating news. So yeah, this just released. Obviously they've been doing the work for a while to find out more. They've released their research and their work. This was published 4 days ago on bbc.com. So cool. It's a mini lunch and learn. That's not a lunch and learn. We're coming up on lunch and learn. It is 12 noon now. I hope brunch was good. We're going to be back at 12:15. We're going to take a little break. And we're going to change up our music a little bit here. Back to here. And this is a good morning Squirrel Thursday brunch edition. Yeah, we're gonna take a little easier on Thursdays and change up formats slightly. Hope everybody enjoyed our topics. I'll be updating all of our things and news posts on socials. We'll be switching over to the 3 Minute Radio Twitch channel. There we have the 3 Minute Radio, just hashtag 3 Minute Radio Twitter. And we'll be expanding onto some other websites. We have a YouTube channel that we are not streaming from yet and have not posted videos from yet. We'll be posting all of our segments into shorts and categorizing them. People can go back and watch. If you're out there watching this one today, cheers. Come back and watch the early first weeks of our production live from 3 Minute Radio Studios on the 87th floor of the 3MR building. And tune in later. If I am going to end stream and come back. So we might have co-host Mike on in a little bit. He's out in the field doing some God's work with some volunteers today. Making an impact on their own communities. So again, we are going to sign off. And we got our splash page back up here. So we are signing off. It is 12:02 p.m., July 10th, 2025. It's been 3 Minute Radio. Great morning Squirrel episode today for Thursday brunch episode. Everybody have a great Thursday. We'll be back for an afternoon delight, lunch and learn like usual.